Now, the Russia-Ukraine war is now in its 659th day. Ukraine is still battling the Russian troops. With no plans to back down, the Russian President Vladimir Putin remains pretty firm on his vows and assurances that Russians will end up achieving their objectives no matter what. Now, earlier in the day, the Russian president held his very first major press conference since he launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. While much of the first part of the conference, in fact, focused on the importance of Russian sovereignty and the country's economy, within no time, the topic of conversation quickly moved to the war in Ukraine. Speaking about which, Vladimir Putin said that Russia's goals in Ukraine remain unchanged. Now, just a night after Ukraine's capital came under another missile attack and resulted in at least about 45 injuries and several damaged buildings, the Russian president warned the Ukrainian forces that Russian forces were improving their positions along the front lines. Even though a classified US intelligence report now estimates this week that nearly about 300,000 Russian soldiers had been either killed or wounded since the war began. In a rare detail, Putin mentioned that over 6,000 troops at this moment were on the battlefield. And he also dismissed the need for another mobilization wave because he said that Russia at this moment has more than sufficient troops. In fact, he went on to state that Russia at this moment has 600,000 troops operating in the battlefields in Ukraine. Listen.
Практически по всей линии.
Almost along the entire line of contact, our armed forces, to put it modestly, are improving their position. Almost everyone is in active stage of actions. Throughout the entire length, there is an improvement in the position of our troops.
The Russian president has also claimed that Ukraine has lost some of its best fighters while trying to secure a foothold on the eastern bank of the Dnipro River in the Kherson region.
If you count how much losses the armed forces of Ukraine have had in 1.5 months, you can imagine how substantial this is. I think this is stupid and irresponsible on behalf of the political leadership of the country, but that's their business.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.